We have to keep talking about it. It is January 2026, and we've got the Kids Online Safety Act, KOSA, sitting in the House, being marked up as they put it, collecting dust. Something's going on there, but let's talk about it. Our great colleagues at the National Center on Sexual Exploitation in DC have put out the rallying cry, and we at the Warriors join along. We need each and every one of you. So we're calling upon all of you Warriors to contact your elected representatives. Go to house.gov, senate.gov, find out who represents you. You should know that anyway. And put in your name, you put in your zip code, and it will tell you. I think you just put in your zip code. You don't have to put your name. I'll take that back. And get familiar with the process. But let me tell you why the Kids Online Safety Act must be addressed right now in 2026. And we can't wait till the end of 2026. We're talking now in January. Big tech. You know what big tech is, all the platforms, the Facebook, the TikTok, the X, the Snap, all of them, right? Look, they say in public how much they care about kids and how they want to keep them safe. But you know, and I know when it comes time to act, they do nothing. And why should they? Because again, let me give you a little history. They hide behind Section 230 of the Communications Decency Act, born basically in 1996. Think back 30 years ago, if you can, if you're old enough. That was another lifetime ago. And at that time, big tech was told, what were there, 2 platforms at the time? You're a newsstand, you're a billboard. You can't be held responsible for third-party content. And you know what? It makes sense. But fast forward, a lot has changed. Technology is certainly ruling the roost and leading the landscape all around our country. So what happened to Section 230 of the Communications Decent? Nothing. It stayed the same, which is interesting because, other pieces of legislation have to be revitalized every couple of years, voted on again, but not this Section 230 CDA. Interesting. However, the good news is, let me just throw this in, there is a piece of legislation right now about sunsetting. As I like to say, kick it to the curb. Get rid of it. Get it out of here. It doesn't work. It doesn't work for the American public. So we'll follow up on that and what's going on. But actually, let me refer you back on this Warriors channel. Go back and look at my chit chat, my interview. I don't even like interview. I like discussion, chatting with attorney Danny Pinter from last month. And we talk about sunsetting Section 230 of the CDA because so many times over the past few years, working on all of these issues, which we at the Warriors will never give in and never give up on behalf of you and all children and families. But I would say, unless we do something with this Section 230, how will we ever hold big tech accountable? And so now it's happening. So now it's time for you. You ask me, you write to me, you call me, you leave me messages, you DM me about how can we help. This is the help we need at the Warriors right now. We need help from you with the Kids Online Safety Act, KOSA. You are to contact, find out, house.gov, senate.gov, who represents you. Because this is the best piece of legislation right now to keep kids safe. It would require that tech companies design products. That's very important to say, design products that prevent and mitigate harm to our children. Why do we want to call it a product? We know from the whistleblowers that have come forward. We know from all the studies and the actual harm to children. We know from the parents that have come forward. We know everything that they willingly, big tech, they are designing these products knowing that they harm children and they don't care because it's profit over people. And anytime the whistleblowers, any of the employees working there try to bring it up and say, hey, this isn't safe or we should change, they were shushed up, they were moved around from their jobs, they were maybe let go from their jobs. And those ethical ones, and we thank them, they are true warriors, came forward. So we know that these big tech platforms are designed intentionally, knowing they harm kids. They should be treated as a product liability, right? We need to take action. So we're asking you, it's a very simple thing, to write to who represents you and say, we urge you to support Kids Online Safety Act. We urge you to take action, protect our kids, big tech, Kids Online Safety Act. I'll put it in the body of this video. But, there's something up when big tech spends hundreds, millions of dollars lobbying against child safety laws, right? Think about it. So they anticipate something happening. But our kids under 18, they're kids, they're minors. They can't consent to any of this. They shouldn't be signing on and signing up for apps. They shouldn't be getting messages from Google that say, you're 13 now, turn off the parental controls. That's one that's happening this week. Why is everything on the parents, the kids, the caregivers to protect themselves from this tech landscape that's just been thrown at everybody? And we're marching right into that AI. So things are only going to get worse. So we need the Kids Online Safety Act right now. I've also listed it. You can go to, I'll put it in the body of this video, you can go to our X, our Facebook, and find the posting with the link from the National Center on Sexual Exploitation. Because we can't wait. I mean, kids are dying. And again, why? Why is this allowed? I know that's kind of this, ethereal thing I'm throwing out there, like, no, you know what, ends with a T. But we have no, alcohol, under 21. We have no, we have rules about driving for kids. We have rules about wearing a bicycle helmet. We have rules about wearing a seatbelt. We also at the Warriors want to promote no social media under 16. We'll leave that for, I've done a video before this on that. But right now we need you with the KOSA. The clock is ticking. It is a critical and crucial issue. We can't have this knocked down. Right now, the Senate passed KOSA 91-3, and then it went over to the House. The House took it and started futzing around with it, taking out those 3 little words that mean so much, duty of care. We need that Senate version. Revisited, reinstalled, whatever you may call it. But here's the bottom line. We know big tech knew and knows that they harm kids, and they just don't care. Let that sink in for a minute. So I want everybody to sign this. You go to our X, you go to our Facebook. Again, I'll put the link in the video right here. Learn about these things. Because I've had people say to me, none of this affects me, I don't have children. You have family members that have children. You have neighbors that have children. Not only that, all of this abuse of our children leading to mental health disorders, physical ailments, goes into our healthcare system, if you want to really talk about it, which affects all of us, right? But how? How can people not get on board for the safety of our kids, our future American adults, our future American leaders? We draw the line in the sand. Washington, Congress, you must step up. This is ridiculous now. All of these issues are bipartisan. Do something. Hold big tech accountable once and for all. But when we know big tech spent $100 million, 90 to 100 million on fighting child safety, there's something up. When we know Mark Zuckerberg from Meta, which is Facebook and Instagram, employs 1 lobbyist in D.C. For every 6 members of Congress, could be even more. That's what we know about. Something up with that. Because we don't have that kind of money to have lobbyists running all over Capitol Hill. You know what we have, though? We have the truth, and we have the facts on our side. So join me. You do ask what you can do to help me. I'm asking you. Help us with KOSA, Kids Online Safety Act. Let us kick off 2026 as the year of child safety. Honor our hashtag, Community Creates Change. Join us. And remember, when you wake up each and every day, go out and be a warrior.